We were lucky enough to have been introduced to Telos Group by one of your staff members, Jamie, and we'd heard about the new way of doing things and the integrity of the company and the new marketing angles and abilities. So that led us to the path of interviewing different real estate agents for the listing, and we were more than happy to list with Caleb.Paterson through Caleb's energy and new angles of doing things. Following on with his marketing plan that he presented, we were impressed by the innovative approach, and some was quite new to what we had seen and observed, and what we considered our property as a product was quite unique and quite different, and we felt it needed a special approach to the marketing plan for it. And it was interesting. I mean, real estate's always quite competitive, and you'd even say contemptuous, and we certainly experienced that in the journey, and we value the integrity that Caleb had through that process and his ability to communicate cleanly his thoughts and ideas, and his motivations for what he was wanting to do certainly shone through in the final result that we achieved. With Caleb, we found possibly number one was his personality and his ability to communicate. Even though we are probably old enough to be his parents, we just felt at ease with him, and we valued his ability to reach across the different age gaps cleanly and crisply and communicate. His communication was second to none, whether it was verbal, whether it was by electronic means, email, messaging, etc. We always felt that we were informed and we were in touch with what was happening with the program, and even if there were lulls between things, we knew and were comfortable that there was nothing actually happening that was worth talking about, so he wasn't going to pester us with updates needlessly about the process that was happening. Working with the Telos group, they love their logo, or the ditty of raising the bar, and to me that was something, having run teams in the commercial world, and seeing the unification of the staff. Everybody was singing off the same song sheet. We observed the cordiality and the fluidness of the staff coming together. When Caleb couldn't make open homes or he needed more staff, we had Graham and Natalie coming on board, and they got to know the product and were very au fait and able to present it in a really good manner. But they exhibited the same traits and personality, if you like, of what Caleb had set his business up to be, and that was very encouraging to us and gave us confidence in opening your home up to unknown random people. That would certainly work for us. For Caleb, again, it was a sincerity. He wasn't ramming down the throat of wanting to make a sale. We came to a junction point, and we didn't feel like he wanted to railroad us down one certain pathway, and would have been happy for us to pull the property off the market and rest it, were his words. So we valued that instead of just striving to drive a result and feed his back pocket. We just felt comfortable with what the guy was telling us and sharing that experience with us. Going to auction was a calculated risk, I'd like to say, again with the discussions that we had with Caleb, and there was no undue pressure put on us to make a decision. As I say, we had time to talk it over, to think about it, and we made that conscious decision to go to auction with our property. Again, people at this high net worth person who was looking to buy a property such as ours, we had a lot of tyre kickers, you want to call it that, people that were thinking, talking, making the right noises but not committing. And to us, while we didn't have anything firm to move on to, we wanted a line to be drawn in the sand and the process completed. Otherwise we would have rested the product and waited till springtime and put the property back on the market at that point. So while it was a calculated risk, we did feel it would bring it to a finite point and closure, one way or another. There was a little bit of inconvenience in opening your home up to unknown people, having a lot more people traipsing through your house, but understand the process of exposing it to the market. And it was interesting how many new people potentially came to the table. I mean, Caleb was good in vetting the people and understanding if they were in the price bracket and they weren't what I call looky-loos, that they were genuinely coming to look at the property and had the resources to be able to purchase a property such as this. And the auction process itself, the auctioneer was great value. Again, the team rolling up. We were lucky in that nature turned on a beautiful evening for us, and it showed the property at its, not to say its best, but it was near its best, and the process rolled seamlessly. So I'd have no hesitation in saying to folks, you know, auction is an option. It's another string to the marketing bow. Yes, it does have capital investment required, it does have time, it does have some elements of discomfort, but if you want a finite result, you want to put a line in the sand, then I think it's a really good, credible option to look at. To me was in one word, the integrity, and the honesty would be the second thing, and I value that enormously. And for Caleb himself personally, being a young guy with a young family, really impressed me that he had a very good life-work balance, and he had set his life up in such a way that he could achieve in his business, but also achieve as a father and as a husband. And to me that speaks volumes for the person that he is, because that's something that I certainly value enormously through my life and observing people in that process. And again, from a company's perspective, was that unified approach that everyone's working together to achieve the same result. We had the opportunity to meet a number of the real estate agents that work within the Telos umbrella, and it was really refreshing to see them and meet them and understand, you know, their way of approaching things. So we value that.
At $6,350,000, delighted to say that we are selling, definitely out. Of course, congratulations, give a round of applause. Well bid, well bought to my buyers. Welcome home. To everyone else, thanks very much. Enjoy the rest of the day. If we give you any help, let us know. Thank you, folks.